No one expected that a movie premiere that was supposed to be grand and formal could turn into a scene of laughter just because of one little thing. A Cha Eun-woo doll in the hands of BTS's Jungkook. Yes, ARMY and Aroha, a fan of Cha Eun-woo, both caused an uproar when the camera captured the unexpected moment. Jungkook, in a casual-looking black shirt and denim pants, walked into the red carpet area holding a miniature Cha Eun-woo-like doll. The Korean entertainment world was immediately excited, and soon, the hashtag #JungkookandDonghyunwoo shot to #1 trending on X, Twitter, globally in just a matter of hours. At first, many thought it was just a small prank, maybe a gift from fans or a momentary joke. But as Jungkook walked past the line of photographers with a serious expression and still hugged the doll like he was holding a precious little child, everyone realized, this is no coincidence. There's a story behind that. A story that finally came to light later that night when Jungkook casually said to the media, "I promised him I would bring his version here, so yes, I did." The media laughed, fans cheered, and in the distance the camera caught Cha Eun-woo laughing while covering his face, barely believing that his best friend and industry colleague had actually kept their silly promise a few weeks earlier. The story begins a month before the premiere of First Ride, an action comedy film project starring Cha Eun-woo and Lee Jong-suk. At the time, Jungkook was taking a short break after completing his solo promotions. In a lighthearted interview with Weverse magazine's team, Cha Eun-woo unexpectedly appears via video call. They joked with each other like old friends, and in one of the moments, Cha Eun-woo, who had just finished filming in a leather uniform and motorcycle helmet, said with a laugh, "If you can't come to my premiere, just bring a small version of me." Jungkook replied casually, "Deal. I'll bring a mini version of you, and I promise I'll treat her like a VIP." Who would have thought the joke was really created? When arriving at the premiere venue First Ride at Seoul Cinema Grand Hall, all eyes were on Jungkook. He came not as an ordinary guest of honor, but with a style full of charisma. Black hair parted in the middle, a simple white t-shirt, a leather jacket, and a tiny doll with a face similar to Cha Eun-woo's that was carried lovingly. The journalists didn't even know where to focus. Jungkook's good looks or the cute doll leaning on his arm point. One of the reporters from Dispatch even shouted, "Is that the 2D version of Cha Eun-woo?" Followed by laughter throughout the room. Jungkook simply lowered his head in shame and said, "He promised to come through this version. So, I took him so he wouldn't be late." The answer broke the mood. Suddenly, the usually tense atmosphere of the red carpet became a warm laughter full of cheers. But the funny story doesn't stop there. As Cha Eun-woo actually arrives a few minutes later, the atmosphere breaks out even more. The camera captured Jungkook standing shaking the doll as if to make it wave. Eun-woo looks at him from a distance, then points to Jungkook with a laugh, almost losing his balance because he can't hold back the amusement. He then approached Jungkook, and the two embraced in the middle of the red carpet, while the doll was sandwiched between them, a kind of laughing stock. "I didn't know you actually did it," Eun-woo exclaimed in a video clip recorded by a fan from the back row. Jungkook simply replied, "I told you I never mess around with promises." The photographers immediately vying to capture the moment. In a matter of minutes, hundreds of photos of Jungkook with Cha Eun-woo's doll spread across social media. On TikTok, a short video showing Jungkook holding the doll while saying, "Little Eun-woo, look, everyone's looking at you," has been viewed more than 70 million times in just 24 hours. But behind the laughter, there is another side of their story that is rarely known to the public. The unique friendly relationship that exists between these two great idols. Cha Eun-woo and Jungkook first got to know each other in 2019 at a music awards show where the two were sitting next to each other. Eun-woo once revealed in a radio interview, "She was very quiet back then. I was the first to say hello," saying, "I love your voice in Euphoria." Jungkook just smiled a little and said, "I also like your character in my ID is Gangnam Beauty." From there, we started talking often. Since then, they have made friends who are not only professional, but also sincere on several occasions. Jungkook and Eun-woo are known to support each other. Eun-woo once came to a BTS concert in Los Angeles secretly, just to encourage Jungkook. On the other hand, Jungkook also appeared in ASTRO's rehearsal room to provide snacks for the members. He appeared suddenly, said, "I'm hungry, you must be hungry too," then left after leaving the bread. Jin ASTRO said with a laugh on a radio broadcast SO. When Jungkook came to the premiere of Asterisk First Ride Asterisk while carrying a doll, many fans felt it was very typical of their relationship. Strange, funny, but sincere. ARMY flooded social media with comments like, "Asterisk, the most wholesome friendship in the industry. Only Jungkook can carry a doll and still look charismatic." To Little Eunwoo officially becomes the 8th member of BTS. Asterisk in the backstage room of the premiere, the atmosphere was no less funny. In a behind-the-scenes video shared by Fantasio's official account 2 days later, Cha Eun-woo is seen taking the doll out of Jungkook's hands and saying, "It's even my clothes from the poster, you know?" Jungkook retorted, "I even ordered a special costume for her. It's handmade." Everyone in the room burst out laughing. Apparently, the doll was indeed specially made by a small craftsman in Hongdae. Jungkook orders the doll in incredible detail from the haircut, to the leather jacket, to Eun-woo's signature smiling expression. According to one of the staff, Jungkook even asked that the doll have a warm look like Eun-woo has when smiling into the camera. When this was revealed, fans were even more amazed by Jungkook's little concern for his best friend. One other interesting moment happened during a media interview in the VIP room. A reporter asked Jungkook, "What's the main reason you brought the doll?" Jungkook smiled, looked at Eun-woo sitting next to him, and replied in a serious tone, "Because I know he's nervous about his first movie as an action lead, so I wanted to make the atmosphere more relaxed. Sometimes a little laughter can calm things down." The answer was immediately applauded throughout the room. Eun-woo seemed to be holding back her emotions, then patted Jungkook on the shoulder with a wry smile. Shortly after, during a screening session, the camera captured Jungkook still laying the doll on his lap during the film's run. Even in the intense action scenes when Eun-woo's character is speeding on a motorcycle in the rain, Jungkook has time to pat the doll and whisper a little, "Look at you, you're so cool." Several fans sitting nearby testified that the moment was real. One of them wrote on the community platform, "Asterisk, she really treated the doll like her friend. I see her smile every time Eun-woo's scene comes up." Asterisk after the film finished and a long applause echoed. Eun-woo went on stage with the entire crew. In the front row, Jungkook stood while holding the doll up high. Everyone laughed and cheered. Eun-woo shouted from the stage, "Thank you for bringing my little version. But still, you embarrass me." Jungkook replied out loud, "If you're embarrassed, it means you're still alive, bro." The atmosphere was really fluid that night. There is no longer a rigid impression between idols and actors. All were warm, honest, and full of laughter. Even the director of Asterisk First Ride had said, "If I knew Jungkook would bring this funny energy, I would have invited him to play a cameo." The next day, various major media such as the Korea Herald, Okpop, Naver Entertainment, to dispatch vying to make headlines about the moment. Articles with titles like Cha Eun-woo's doll in Jungkook's arms becomes the world spotlight and asterisk BTS'Jungkook, the friend who made the premiere of a romantic comedy, flooded the front pages. Even international media such as Billboard and Teen Vogue also wrote light reviews about the cute action full of warmth between two Korean superstars. Meanwhile, the global fandom took advantage of the moment to create various memes and funny edits. On Twitter, many users drew cartoon versions of Jungkook and Eun-woo's dolls sitting in a movie theater together. There is also fan art showing the doll being given an official certificate as a VIP premiere guest. But in the midst of all that excitement, there is one thing that quietly touches many people: the honesty and sincerity of their relationship. The Korean entertainment world, which is often filled with busyness, pressure, and formal images, suddenly feels human because two big figures like Jungkook and Eun-woo show their innocent side. They are not only perfect idols on stage, but also two young friends who know how to make the world laugh without losing meaning. A few days after the event, Cha Eun-woo wrote on his Instagram account, "Still can't believe Jungkook actually brought the doll. I laughed until I cried. But honestly, that night was lighter thanks to you, bro. Thank you, Jungkook."